Good evening and welcome. You're watching the Newshour Agenda. I'm Padmaja Joshi. In the 24 hours, the Bharat Jodo Yatra from 24 hours from now will enter the country's national capital. This is at a time when the country has been asked to be alert after a review meeting that was held today by the centre, chaired by the Prime Minister. Already the Congress party has been requested yesterday by the Union Health Minister to adhere to COVID norms during its yatra, but to no avail. Today, all available images showed that COVID-appropriate behaviour was absent, and it was as absent as the masks on the face of yatris. The Union Health Minister, remember, yesterday had asked for 3 things to be observed during the yatra in a letter to Rahul Gandhi and Ashok Gehlot: social distancing, masking and sanitizing. Sadly, all 3 were absent when the topmost leaders of the party were on stage in Haryana. And if that wasn't enough, the face of the yatra, which is Mr. Gandhi himself, then ridiculed all appeals for caution as a bahana. Listen in.
अब यात्रा को रोकने के लिए बहाने बन रहे हैं, मास्क पहनो, यात्रा बंद करो, कोविड फैल रहा है, सब बहाने हैं.
So is mask a bahana? Well, the Council of Ministers and the PM certainly didn't think so. They all masked up today in Parliament. In fact, so did the chair of both the Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha. In fact, so did many members of Parliament of the opposition. Then why is there this persistence in the Congress in militating against basic precaution? Is it only because the government has suggested it?
We are very much abiding the rules of this country every time. Whenever the COVID started, we are the party totally abide by the corona guideline. But here, clearly a double standard of BJP, you can see that. Every day Prime Minister is doing rally. 2 days before only he done a rally in Tripura. Whether the Health Minister wrote a letter to the Prime Minister.
What exactly is the message being sent to the general population?
You're watching the News Hour at 10.
R.P. Singh, national spokesperson of the BJP, Harshvardhan Tripathi, senior journalist, Dushyant Nagar, political analyst, actor and leader of the Congress, Bhavna Ramanna, First question, is to Kamru Choudhury, leader of the Congress. Why wouldn't you mask up? Leave everything else aside. Leave Bharat Jodo Yatra, leave every other yatra. Why would you not wear a mask?
Padmaja, on 31st March, India withdrew all the COVID restrictions from India. On November 16, 2022, Ministry of Civil Aviation issued a notification withdrawing the
Mr. Choudhury, I am asking you about
all
today.
Domestic and international flights.
As of today, sir, as of today, you are seeing pictures, I am seeing pictures. Frankly, even if the government hadn't said a word, there were people who started wearing masks. Why? Not because the government has asked me to, but when I see pictures of people gasping for breath in China, I feel let's just wear a mask. My principal question is, why would you not wear a mask? You do your yatra, you do whatever you want, just wear a mask.
Why should I wear a mask?
Why shouldn't you wear a mask?
No, you tell me, Padmaja, you tell me, why should I wear a mask? Has the Health Ministry, I don't accept and believe the BJP
Sir, leave the Health Ministry. I am saying,
their
as a human being,
the Health Ministry,
as a sentient human being, you see videos of people getting COVID. This is like saying that, nobody has told me it's winter yet. It hasn't officially been declared winter. So if somebody tells me to wear a shawl when I leave the house, I will not wear a shawl. Why should I wear a shawl? Has the Home Ministry said that it's winter? I will not wear a shawl. Has the Met Department declared winter? Why should I wear a shawl?
Padmaja,
wear a shawl because you feel cold.
No, Padmaja, that's not the case. You tell me to do something which I will not do. Because
Sir,
you are fear-mongering, that is fear, that is absolutely clear to the countryman. You see, on 2020 with 4 hours notice, you issued a COVID bandi all over India without even considering what will happen to the India during this COVID bandi.
I genuinely, sometimes I feel like, I am a parent talking to a child. I genuinely am, leave the health secretary, leave everyone. I am just saying that if you are in a crowded place,
one valid reason.
What happens if you wear a mask?
Reason why should Indians mask up once again?
Why shouldn't you mask
Why
up?
should you dictate me what I do without the scientific fraternity? No, without the scientific fraternity advising us what should be done.
But
The
the
question
health ministry
remains
has
here,
taken the advice
is the government
of
serious
scientists.
on imposing the COVID?
Sir, the health ministry has taken the advice of
No, where is the
scientists
notification then?
and the scientific
You declare it is a
advisory,
COVID emergency.
the scientific advisors
you declare
to
this is
tell
a
you to
COVID
wear
emergency.
a mask.
Padmaja, if...
I am asking you a simple question. Even if the government has not asked you to, what is the harm? What is the harm? I'm saying don't stop the yatra. Nothing, do nothing. Continue with your yatra, cover 100 kilometers every day. But what is the harm of wearing a mask? What is the harm?
Padmaja, one very मतलब कि बहुत बुरा बात मैं बोलने जा रहा हूँ. Nobody in India now believes the ability of the Modi government's minister to deliver, because they, apart from just singing songs for their master, nobody is practically
भाई deliver का क्या मतलब है? कूद के आपके मुंह पे mask थोड़ा लगा देंगे.
If the COVID situation is,
what is the delivery? The health minister is saying कि please wear a mask.
अगर situation इतना ही खराब है, नहीं. I don't believe this man, the health minister.
You don't believe this man?
When all the COVID deaths were happening, when the oxygen shortages were there.
Okay.
No,
who do you believe
never.
though?
Because we doubt the ability of this government in delivering to the people of India.
But what does this have to do with delivery?
They are only on the propaganda drive, the old 24/7, 365 days.
Sir, what does this have to do with delivery? All they are saying is wear a mask.
Why should I go into a cocoon once again? No, why should I?
Cocoon?
No, why should I go into a cocoon? Why should I get into a COVID restriction once again? Just because some minister has said that, okay, please mask yourself.
Okay.
अरे डर अच्छा है, because भारत जोड़ो यात्रा is entering Delhi.
अरे
डर इसीलिए अच्छा है.
डर भारत जोड़ो से ज्यादा अभी हमें वायरस का है.
भारत जोड़ो यात्रा you never bother.
सर आप कीजिए भारत जोड़ो. Okay. Why should they believe you? RP Singh, they don't believe you. अगर आप कह रहे हैं कि अभी कोविड है, इसका मतलब कोविड नहीं है, because Congress does not believe you. So they will not wear a mask. Why should they wear a mask?
No, show me the data that COVID. June महीना में this variant
the gentleman
is
is the
India.
official spokesman.
After 6 months, suddenly you realize there is a COVID emergency.
Okay, hold on a second, sir. Hold on a second. I will show you actually advisories which have been given in October, advisories which have been given in June, but we'll come to that in just a second. Why should they believe you? RP Singh, let's start with that.
Padmaja, I hope the gentleman is the official spokesperson of the Congress party. If he's so, then he seems to be repeating what Maulana Saad said in April 2020. Tablighi Jamaat head. He said, हम क्यों परवाह करें? हमारे पास तो अल्लाह की मेहर है. We have been taken care by the Lord. Why shall we bother about the corona? And we countries suffered thereon. Exactly same is happening now. Advisory has been issued by the minister requesting the yatris and the head of the yatra and the respective state governments to do the needful and take care. I mean, and mask and sanitization is the basis and very basic. I mean, and maintaining social distance adds to that, but they won't accept it because वो मंत्री कौन होता है, वो इंजेक्शन नकली है, वो वैक्सीनेशन अच्छा नहीं है, चाइनीज वैक्सीनेशन अच्छा है, वो अमेरिकन वैक्सीनेशन अच्छा है. रिमेंबर ऑल दीज वर्ड्स. वो वैक्सीनेशन के अंदर कोई जानवर का ब्लड स्ट्रीम है, कुछ ऐसा भी बोला था, कुछ समथिंग ऑफ दैट सॉर्ट. They will keep raising the question of even the scientific fraternity. Remember, they raise question of the scientific fraternity also. कि the vaccination is not appropriate. वो बीजेपी का वैक्सीनेशन है, ये कोविड नहीं मोविड है. I still remember all that. And then same was with case with Maulana Saad of the Jamaat. He Tablighi Jamaat. He also was raising questions. So same is the case today.
Okay, opposing for the heck of it.
It's not issue of me or you or of BJP or Congress. It's basically the question of India. It's
okay, opposing for the heck of it, Bhavna Ramanna, which has come to the ridiculous proportions that today if the government gets up and says that, you know, everyone should wake up in the morning and sleep at night, somebody in Congress will say, why should we wake up in the morning and sleep at night?
Ma'am, I would want to ask you first question that you said it now, just in the beginning of the program itself. You said when it is, when people of China, they're feeling breathless, then I would love to have a mask on my face.
Yes.
Why would you do that? That is my question.
Why would
you do that?
As a
How well
precaution,
do you
ma'am?
know that it's coming from China? And then how well do you, it has been there since last 3 years. No, ma'am, it has been there since last 3 years, and all
Actually,
the Chinese
madam,
people have
till the
been locked
beginning
up
of
in their
December,
houses for last 3
the
years.
Chinese
So you should
government
have
had
locked up
imposed their
yourself
zero
too.
COVID policy
You should
and
have
their zero
locked up
COVID
yourself
measures
too.
that was
Now-
lifted at the beginning of December, and which is where this explosion has happened. And that is why now when you see these images, I
That's
for one
only
would
when
want to wear a
people
mask.
became more,
Even if the government did tell me.
Please go ahead. Ma'am, please go ahead. Nobody is stopping you not to wear. If you want to wear, please go ahead and wear it.
You don't
But
think it's
please do
important
not
to wear a
ask
mask?
others. Do not impose any more, because I think people are now just breathing, now just started to breathe a fresh air, one. And two, the Gujarat elections are over, and in Karnataka we are going to be facing elections very soon, and this is how we are treated in a democracy.
But ma'am, in a democracy we should stay alive.
Partial.
How is it partial? Everyone gets to wear a
The government
mask.
is so biased and partial, then where does this go for any kind of democracy?
But what does democracy
Yes, ma'am,
have
you
to do
can
with
go
wearing
ahead
a
and wear
mask?
It is not suitable for everyone's body. It is not suitable for everyone's health.
A mask is not
It is
suitable.
not about what is wrong, what is right. Whenever you're saying that it is right to wear a mask, it is your right, then you wear it. Nobody is stopping you. But if somebody is saying that it is wrong for me, then I should be hurt too. I should be given the right
No.
of not wearing
This
it.
is what anti-vaxxers
As simple
say.
as that, right?
Ma'am, this is what anti-vaxxers say. This
Yes,
is
ma'am.
literally what anti-vaxxers. Now we have anti-maskers.
There has been...
And they are ridiculed as a loony fringe all over the world. This is what
Ma'am,
anti-vaxxers
yes, there is
say.
nothing wrong
That
in
I
that.
don't want to take
There is
vaccine
nothing
because it's
wrong
my
with it. I have never
democratic
worn mask,
right.
and I will never continue to wear mask. Sorry, ma'am, even on vaccination, there cannot be any imposition. It is about their own wish. It is about their own wish. It is their health. It is their wish. It is their body. It is one's body. I have no right to say that one should take this vaccination and one should take whatever I say, you should take the same kind of medication, same kind of vaccination. No, nobody has a right to say that. It is my body, it is my health,
I'm a little gobsmacked, I have
a
to
right
say
to
this.
choose
But
for my
before I
health
go
and my
across to
body
Mr.
and what
Harshvardhan,
need for
I
my
want to ask
my
you
health.
again, just for my sake of understanding, why exactly don't you want to wear a mask? Ma'am, why don't you want to wear a mask exactly, Ms. Ramanna?
Sorry, ma'am?
Why don't you want to wear a mask? What are your exact reasons?
To start, I do not feel comfortable wearing a mask. If somebody feels comfortable wearing 2 layers and 3 layers and 4 layers, they can go ahead. But I never felt comfortable wearing it, one, to start with. And two, in democracy, it is about, as I said, it is about me and it is about my health and my body. And it is my decision. It is not somebody else's decision. It is my own decision for my health and my body. So I would not wear it because it does not go with my body and my health.
Harshvardhan ji, my body, my mask.
मजा सबसे पहले तो मैं ये कहूंगा कि हमारे देश को कोरोना से कोई खतरा नहीं है, कतई कोई खतरा नहीं है। हमारे देश के बहुत शानदार वैज्ञानिकों ने, वैक्सीन बनाने वाली कंपनियों ने और हमारे देश की सरकार ने, एक डिसाइसिव लीडरशिप ने शानदार वैक्सीनेशन प्रोग्राम चलाया, शानदार कोविड मैनेजमेंट किया कि दुनिया भर में जिस देश में सबसे ज्यादा नुकसान होने की आशंका जताई जा रही थी, हमने उसको ध्वस्त कर दिया। कुछ लोग हमें चाइनीज मॉडल अपनाने की भी सलाह दे रहे थे, बाकायदा रिसर्च जर्नल में आर्टिकल्स लिखे गए थे कि हमें उधर जाना चाहिए, तो हम उस सब से निकल आए। लेकिन पद्मजा, कोरोना से खतरा हमें नहीं है, लेकिन गैर जिम्मेदार राजनेताओं से बहुत बड़ा खतरा है। और ये वो गैर जिम्मेदार नेता हैं जिनको ये समझ में नहीं आता है कि माई बॉडी माई चॉइस ये किस संदर्भ में इस्तेमाल हो सकता है। अगर पैंडेमिक की स्थिति है, अगर वायरस की स्थिति है, अगर एक दूसरे से वायरस स्प्रेड होने की स्थिति है, तो माई बॉडी माई चॉइस नहीं रह जाता है। और अगर आपको किसी तरह की मुश्किल है, मैं तो दूसरी ही डिबेट में सोच रहा था कि दूसरी तरह की बात होगी, लेकिन मैं अपनी बात पूरी कर लूं, प्लीज प्लीज प्लीज, मैं अपनी बात पूरी कर लूं, फिर आप कहिएगा। लेकिन यहां तो दूसरी तरह की सोच के लोग कांग्रेस में हैं। और अब मुझे समझ में आता है कि राहुल गांधी जब इस तरह की बात करते हैं तो वो किस तरह के लोगों से घिरे हुए हैं। और शायद इसीलिए देश की हर मुश्किल ऐसी चीज है जहां पे लगता है कि देश को आप मुश्किल से निकाल सकते हैं, तो राहुल गांधी जी और उनकी टीम के पास कुछ आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स कहने के लिए होता है। और वो आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स देश को मुश्किल में डाल रहा है। मुझे तो आश्चर्य हो रहा है, ये पूरी बहस होनी चाहिए थी क्या? एक चिट्ठी दी थी, आप हेल्थ मिनिस्टर की चिट्ठी पर कहते कि हां ठीक है, हम जिम्मेदार पार्टी हैं, हम अपनी यात्रा वैसे भी रोकते हैं, ये यात्रा हर 15 दिन 20 दिन पे रुकती रही, और हम ठीक है, अगर आपको लगता है तो हम मास्क पहनेंगे, नहीं तो जरूरत होगी तो रोक देंगे। लेकिन आप सोचिए कि आज नेशनल टेलीविजन पे 2 दिनों से हमें बहस करनी पड़ रही है कि देश की सबसे पुरानी पार्टी भारत जोड़ो यात्रा पर निकला नेता, वो कह रहा है मैं मास्क नहीं पहनूंगा, और उसकी पार्टी के नेता कह रहे हैं कि अरे भैया मास्क तो पहनना ही नहीं चाहिए। ये तो हमारी स्वतंत्रता का हनन है। इन्हें लगता है, जो जिसको कहते हैं ना कि सोशल साइंस में जो पढ़ाया जाता है कि नागरिकों के अधिकार क्या होते हैं, भैया छड़ी घुमाओ लेकिन दूसरे की नाक पे नहीं लगनी चाहिए। ये वायरस है, ये कोई आपके घर की हाइजीन, आपके घर की सुरक्षा या आपके कपड़े या आपका खाना नहीं है। इतनी सामान्य सी बात कांग्रेस के लोगों को क्यों नहीं समझ में आ रही?
And Mr. Amarnath, this is reminiscent of that time when it came to vaccination, people were like, this is BJP vaccine, we will not take it. I will not take this vaccine. You know, while it sounds funny, great, you know, esoteric to say these things on television, there is a large audience which is going to hear and say, अरे कोविड तो बकवास है, कोविड तो बहाना है, मास्क पहनना नहीं चाहिए, राहुल जी ने बोला था कि मास्क तो पहनना ही हमें चुप कराने के लिए है. Then they go back to their houses. And this kind of dangerous myth making percolates down to people, and we have the kind of explosion we saw in 2020. Isn't this irresponsible?
Ma'am, the irresponsibility is about making people locked up in their houses, not having job for many, many months and years.
It will not come to that, ma'am, if you just wear a mask.
They didn't know where to go. They didn't know where to go for the health.
Do you realize that by saying it's my choice to not wear a mask, you are pushing our country in a direction where we will lose jobs and be shut in our houses?
Ma'am, it is not about the mask. Ma'am, whoever wants to wear a mask, nobody is stopping them at all.
But ma'am, everyone must wear it.
I do not want to wear.
I hate needles. I am mortally scared of needles. But I have taken my vaccines, I have taken my booster, because it's not just about me. I can infect you if I become infected. I'd rather, you know, have an operation than take a needle.
Ma'am, if you're already getting infected, looking at Chinese just on television, so obviously you can just feel infected just looking at me without wearing a mask too on the screen itself, because it is about psychology too.
No, it is not about psychology. It's a virus.
So whatever daravni cheez bol rahe hain hum log, it is about psychology. You're psychologically, yes, it is. Nobody is saying there is no virus, because jab bhi hum log bolenge, especially this government, whenever it says the virus will come, because it is a virus. That is why it is not naturally developed virus. It is a man-made virus, and it is already told by our own scientists itself in our country. So obviously it will come whenever the government is prepared to bring the virus. As simple as that. We are okay, we have fought, and we are ready to fight with our immunity and things like that.
You are ready to fight with your immunity. Quick response, Harshvardhan ji. I think all of us are a little taken aback. I mean, I genuinely hadn't expected this.
So obviously all this can happen now, and they really don't want people to be happy because it is New Year. We are approaching Christmas, we are approaching New Year, where people are really getting set for their holidays, and this is what that you are bringing in. So now you'll say you have party with your mask on.
So you're saying that Modi ji's number one concern is कि मैं New Year की party कैसे खराब करूं? I really don't think.
To close the restaurants by 10 o'clock in the night.
Okay, quick response, Harshvardhan ji, and then RP Singh.
This is not done.
आप क्यों New Year के दुश्मन बने हुए हैं?
मुझे सचमुच ये लग रहा है ना, अब तो ये डिबेट और आगे चली गई। अब ये कह रहे हैं कि जब सरकार चाहेगी तब वायरस आ जाएगा। न्यू ईयर है, क्रिसमस है, इसलिए वायरस आ रहा है। और क्या कोई भी सरकार, भारत की सरकार ने,
मैं वही सोच रही हूँ,
लॉकडाउन उस वक्त किया जब वायरस बहुत तेजी से फैल रहा था। भारत की सरकार ने स्टेप बाय स्टेप ग्रेडेड रिस्पांस सिस्टम के तहत धीरे धीरे बंदिशें हटा ली जब जरूरत हुई। अभी जब दुनिया में फिर से मुश्किलें दिख रही हैं, जब चाइना में बहुत बुरे हाल, और मैं फिर से कह रहा हूं कि भारत में डरने की कोई जरूरत नहीं, हमारी कोवैक्सीन बहुत अच्छी है, लेकिन सिर्फ मास्क अप कह देने से अगर किसी को लग रहा है कि ये बहुत बड़ी साजिश हो गई, सरकार लेकर आएगी, जो गवर्नमेंट अपनी इकोनॉमिक प्लानिंग कर रही है, जो गवर्नमेंट कह रही है कि हम इतने बड़े बड़े इन्वेस्टमेंट लेकर आ रहे हैं, वो गवर्नमेंट कहेगी कि न्यू ईयर पे आप पार्टी मत करिए। किस तरह का लॉजिक लेकर आ रहे हैं? और मुझे लगता है कि ये लॉजिक देश देख रहा है, उनको भी समझ में आ रहा है कि गैर जिम्मेदारी वाले बयान कितनी मुश्किल खड़ी करने वाले हैं।
इनफैक्ट द फनी थिंग इज, ऑन द वन हैंड यू आर सेइंग कि फ्लाइटें बंद करा दो, दूसरी तरफ यू आर सेइंग कि भाई हम तो मास्क भी नहीं पहनेंगे, माय चॉइस। पर आप फ्लाइट क्यों बंद करवाने की बात कर रहे हैं? कांग्रेस ने तो पार्लियामेंट के अंदर बोला है कि चाइना की सारी फ्लाइटें बंद करा दो। What about the choice of people जो कि चाइना जाना चाहते हैं? कल को कोई आदमी कहेगा मैं तो सीधा चाइना जाना चाहता हूं, मेरी न्यू ईयर पार्टी जी बीजिंग में होगी। वो न्यू ईयर की पार्टी, आप उनकी न्यू ईयर की पार्टी क्यों खराब कर रहे हैं बीजिंग में?
देखिए पद्मजा जी, अगर सरकार को यह लगता है कि देश में कोविड इमरजेंसी के हालात हैं, तुरंत लॉकडाउन लगाइए, तुरंत मॉल, बाजार,
लो
फैक्ट्रियां,
एक तरफ भावना जी मास्क पहनने को तैयार नहीं है, आप लॉकडाउन की मांग कर रहे हैं।
फ्लाइट टोटल बंद करिए, लोगों की नहीं, अगर है दिक्कत तो सब करिए
सर, ऐसे
और अगर दिक्कत नहीं है तो भारत जोड़ो यात्रा को रोकने के लिए, बदनाम करने के लिए
रोक कौन रहा है सर?
मत अपनाइए।
दुष्यंत जी, कोई नहीं रोक रहा। डू यू रियलाइज दैट ऑल दैट इज बीइंग सेड? आप कृपया अपनी यात्रा कीजिए,
तो डर है,
मास्क पहन लीजिए।
जो डर फैलाया जा रहा है
सर, डर फैल कहां रहा है?
क्यों पहन ले?
आप वीडियो देखिए, आपको खुद से डर लग नहीं रहा तो फिर आप बहुत ही बड़े महामानव हैं। बट आप खुद से एक मास्क पहन लीजिए और थोड़ा दूर दूर खड़े हो जाइए।
सुन लीजिए देवी जी, सुन लीजिए।
बोलिए सर।
देवी जी सुन लीजिए, परसों त्रिपुरा में मोदी जी की रैली थी, वहां पे मास्क पहना क्या मास्क जरूरी था सबके लिए? मध्य प्रदेश में इन्वेस्टर समिट चल रहा है, वहां पे कोई मास्क पहन रहा है क्या? गुजरात में कार्निवल चल रहा है स्टेट का, आपके कितनी रैलियां चल रही है, राजस्थान में जन आक्रोश यात्रा चल रही है, वहां पे कोई मास्क की जरूरत नहीं है।
वो हमने सवाल उठाया, आज बंद हो गया।
मास्क की जरूरत है,
हमने सवाल उठाया, बंद हो गया। जहां तक वो कांकड़िया यात्रा है, हम उस पर भी सवाल पूछेंगे और खुद जाके रिपोर्ट भी करेंगे वहां से कि वहां हो रहा है कि नहीं हो रहा है। त्रिपुरा की रैली का बताइए आरपी सिंह, त्रिपुरा की रैली के बाद क्यों आपको याद आया?
देखिए, प्रॉब्लम इनकी ये है कि जब सरकार कोई इनको एडवाइजरी देती है, अब कोई कट ऑफ डेट तो होती है, कोई जिस दिन तय हो गया, जिस दिन लगा भी एडवाइजर्स ने सब में बैठकर तय किया तभी बोला, और तब सबके लिए हुआ। राजस्थान की सरकार को बोला गया कि आप अपनी चिंता करें। बीजेपी ने वहां पे खुद चिंता कर ली, आक्रोश रैली कॉल ऑफ कर ली, आप लोगों ने भी खूब टीवी पे कहा, उन्होंने खुद अपने आप कॉल ऑफ भी कर ली। परंतु इशू वापस ये नहीं है। मैं थोड़ा तब था, थोड़ा सोच में था, आई वाज लिटिल टेकन अबैक बाय व्हाट द लेडी वाज सेइंग कि हमारी मर्जी होगी। आई मीन इफ शी इज रिफ्लेक्टिंग बोथ द कांग्रेस स्पोक्स पर्सन एक्सेप्ट दुष्यंत, if they are reflecting the party's mood, then God bless this party, because no one can save this country with this sort of political dispensation in the country. I am shocked. And I was again googling and reading what Maulana Saad said. I'm sorry, I'm repeating the same, but what Maulana Saad said, हम पे अल्लाह की मेहर है, we don't need any help. We are blessed by the God. So
okay, Kamru Choudhury wants to respond. Kamru Choudhury speaking. Yes.
Protocols.
Okay, both Bahana ji and Kamru Choudhury speaking, but first you, Mr. Choudhury. Yes.
Padmaja.
Tablighi Jamaat.
Yes, Padmaja, one thing let me just remind you, you, myself, everybody of us lost heavily during the COVID lockdown. The government was procrastinating when 12th February 2020, Rahul Gandhi with his tweet had warned the government of an impending danger and a crisis that is coming to India. The government was procrastinating.
That is fabulous.
Now on the eve of the Bharat Jodo Yatra entering Delhi, no, let me come in, I have not finished my point, 30 seconds please. Now on the eve of Bharat Jodo Yatra or entering Delhi, you know what this government has done a blunder to the markets of India. The Sensex has dropped more than 1,000 points, wiping off market capitalization of lakhs and lakhs of people.
लगाने से Sensex
You know
थोड़ी
what
ना
is the
crash हो रहा
damage that
है?
these people are doing because of their
But if you continue to not wear masks, then there will be a situation where we will reach a catastrophic point.
Because the government has said,
मास्क लगाने से सेंसेक्स का क्या लेना देना है?
Destroying the sentiments of the market after the.
What does masking and sanitizing have to do with markets?
You are debating non-stop over the last 3 days. Can I explain to that? If you are so much able and to understand, Padmaja, you would not have debated with this what you call this Harshvardhan Tripathi, whom I call a chatukar.
Okay,
because
again,
he is singing.
Sir, there is no need to make personal comments. This is not that platform. Let's have a civilized debate. We have been very civilized to each other. I'm going to end it at this point because I do not take kindly to personal attacks on any of my guests, irrespective of which side they are on. Here's the thing. In a democracy, everyone has the right to their body, their health, but your rights end where my begin. So, to have a simple precautionary measure being passed off as some grand conspiracy, I fail to see the logic in it. If indeed masking is seen as a great affront on our freedoms for the collective good, let's everyone, all of us, take a bullet. I'm going to thank every guest at this point. Thank you very much, all gentlemen. Bhavna Ramanna for joining me.